If you can't handle me spending weekends with my ex, maybe we're not right for each other. That's what my girlfriend told me. And you know what I said? Cart, you're absolutely right. Then I accepted the international job transfer I'd been refusing for her sake. When she texted asking about my weekend plans, I sent her a selfie from the airport departure gate. Yeah, things escalated fast. But before we get into this absolute roller coaster, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I'm bringing you the wildest family drama and relationship stories from Reddit every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next in this story. Seriously, what happened after I landed in that other country? You won't believe it. Alright, let's rewind and start from the beginning. My name's Marcus. I'm 31, and until 3 months ago, I was living what I thought was a pretty solid life. I had been dating my girlfriend Emma for 3 years. We'd been living together for about 1. Normal couple stuff, you know. We'd talk about the future, make plans, split bills, argue about whose turn it was to do dishes. Everything was fine, great even, and then Daniel moved back to town. Daniel, her ex-boyfriend from 5 years ago. They dated for like 2 months back in college. No big deal, right? Ancient history. Except Emma failed to mention that she'd been in contact with him for months before he moved back. Or that she'd been the one encouraging him to move back to our city. Details she thought weren't important enough to share with me. Her boyfriend of 3 years. 6 months ago Daniel returned. And suddenly, Emma had joined a poetry club. Now Emma had never mentioned being interested in poetry before. Not once in 3 years. Not even a passing comment about liking Maya Angelou or whatever. But sure, okay, people develop new interests. I was supportive. That's awesome, babe. When does it meet? Saturdays. Just a small group getting together to share work and discuss literature. Cool. Except the small group was literally just Emma and Daniel. At his apartment. Alone. Reconnecting as friends. When I brought up that it felt weird, she looked at me like I'd grown a second head. Marcus, he's just a friend now. We dated for like 2 months half a decade ago. You're being paranoid. Paranoid. That word became her favorite whenever I tried to express discomfort. So I backed off. I tried to be the cool, understanding boyfriend who doesn't get jealous over nothing. Then poetry club expanded. Now it was Saturday and Sunday coffee dates. Then Friday game nights got added because Daniel was struggling with his mom's illness and needed support. 3 nights a week, every week, with her ex-boyfriend, but I was the paranoid one. Meanwhile, something incredible happened at work. I got offered a promotion that people dream about their entire careers. Director of Operations for our Singapore office. Let me paint the picture of what this opportunity actually meant. The package was absolutely insane. Base salary of 140,000, which was almost double what I was making. Full relocation assistance, meaning they'd pack up my entire life and move it across the world. A gorgeous 2-bedroom apartment with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Marina Bay, paid for the entire first year. Company car. Annual flights home. The works. This wasn't just a job. This was the kind of opportunity that changes your entire life trajectory. The kind of thing you tell your grandkids about. I was over the moon when my boss first pulled me into his office. Marcus, we've been watching your work on the Chen account. The Singapore office needs someone with your skills to lead the next phase of expansion. We think you're the guy. I practically floated home that day. I had the whole conversation planned in my head. Emma and I would sit down, maybe open a bottle of wine, talk about this amazing adventure we could go on together. Singapore, a whole new chapter for both of us. I burst through the door around 6 p.m. Emma! You're not going to believe this. She was in the bedroom getting ready for poetry club. Hair perfectly styled. Full makeup, not the casual everyday stuff but like she was going somewhere fancy. She was wearing this new skirt I'd never seen before, and when she walked past me, I caught a whiff of that expensive perfume. The one I'd bought her for her birthday that she said she was saving for special occasions. Apparently poetry club was a special occasion. Our anniversary dinner 3 weeks prior. Not so much, she'd worn her usual. But I pushed that thought away, I was too excited. They offered me the Singapore position. She turned around, mascara wand in hand. What position? The Director of Operations role I mentioned last month, Singapore office. Emma, this is huge. Oh, that. The package is incredible. The 140,000 base salary, full relocation. They'll cover an amazing apartment for the first year. It's on the 43rd floor overlooking the Marina Bay skyline. I looked it up, Emma, it's gorgeous. And Singapore is supposed to be incredible, super clean, amazing food scene and... Her face fell. Like I just told her someone died. Singapore. Marcus, I can't leave my family. The excitement deflated like a pop balloon. What? We can visit whenever you want. The company gives annual flights home and, no. She cut me off, voice firm. I'm not moving halfway across the world. That's ridiculous. Emma, this is a massive opportunity for us, for our future. Think about what we could do with that kind of money. We could finally. Marcus. She set down the mascara. I'm not discussing this. My entire life is here. My mom, my dad, Luke, my friends. I can't just abandon them. It's not abandoning, it's just, tell them no. And the way she said it. So final. Like there was no room for discussion. Like my career, my dreams, were just inconveniences to her schedule. So I did. I turned down the opportunity of a lifetime. Because Emma couldn't bear to leave her family. I called my boss the next morning. Told him I appreciated the offer but my personal circumstances didn't allow for international relocation at this time. I could hear the disappointment in his voice. Marcus, are you sure? This doesn't come around twice. I'm sure. But thank you. I threw myself into work after that, tried to forget about Singapore, tried to be okay with the decision. Emma seemed happier. She didn't bring it up again. And honestly, neither did I. What was the point? But I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. Every single day for those 2 months, I thought about what could have been. Then my boss called me into his office again. 8 weeks later. Marcus, I know what you said before, but the Singapore team specifically requested you. They've been following your work remotely, and they're willing to sweeten the deal. I felt my heart rate pick up. What do you mean? He slid a folder across the desk. New contract. 155,000 base salary now. Signing bonus of 20,000. Even better apartment. This one a 3-bedroom in case we wanted to start a family. Private gym access. They were pulling out all the stops. Marcus, between you and me, this is a once-in-a-career offer. They want you specifically. If you turn this down, they'll move on to someone else, and that door closes permanently. I took the folder home. My hands were shaking as I walked through the door. Emma was on the couch, scrolling through her phone, smiling at something. Hey, can we talk? She looked up. I'm about to leave for coffee with Daniel. Can it wait? It's important. She sighed. Set her phone down. What? I showed her the new contract. Explained that they'd come back with an even better offer. That this was it, the final chance, and if we didn't take it now, we'd be walking away from something life-changing. And she started crying, not gentle tears, full-on sobbing. Marcus, are you serious right now? We already discussed this. Why are they even asking you again? Did you tell them you were interested? No. They came to me. Emma, look at these numbers. Look at what this could mean for us. I don't care about the money! I care about my family! I can't believe you're being this selfish, even considering this. Selfish. Emma, I turned it down the first time for you. And now you're throwing it in my face like I owe you something. If you loved me, this wouldn't even be a question. That guilt trip hit hard. Made me feel like I was the bad guy for even bringing it home. For even considering a better future. So I declined again. Sent the email that night. Thank you for the improved offer. But I must respectfully decline. I wish the Singapore team all the best. My boss didn't hide his disappointment this time. Marcus, I hope you know what you're giving up. I did. I knew exactly what I was giving up. Emma was sweet after that. Extra affectionate for about a week. Brought up maybe looking at houses together. Talked about our future like it was this set thing. And then she was back to poetry club 3 nights a week. Here's the thing that makes me laugh now, that makes the whole situation so absurd. Emma's family. Her mom Karen lives 20 minutes away. Her dad lives about an hour out in the suburbs. Her brother Luke is in the same city, maybe 30 minutes across town. But her sister Rachel, the one she claimed to be so incredibly close to, the one she absolutely couldn't leave, lives in California, a 6-hour flight away. Emma sees Rachel maybe once a year, sometimes not even that. But sure, she couldn't possibly leave her family, for Singapore. A place with direct flights home, and where I'd be making enough money to fly her back every other month if she wanted. The math wasn't mathing. But I was too deep in it to see clearly. 3 weeks ago was the moment everything changed. It was a Saturday morning. Emma was getting ready for poetry club again. Full hair and makeup. New outfit. The perfume. I watched her put on jewelry she'd never worn for our anniversary dinner. Something in me just snapped. Hey, are you sure you don't want to skip today? We could finally try that new ramen place downtown. Make it a day just us, she sighed. That deep, annoyed sigh that made me feel like a burden. God, Marcus, we've been over this 1,000 times. Daniel's just a friend. If you can't trust me spending weekends with my ex, maybe we're not right for each other. The room went quiet. Really quiet. One of those moments where everything comes into focus. I looked at her for a long moment. Then I said, "You're absolutely right." Her face went through about 12 different emotions in 3 seconds. Confusion. Anger. Fear. Marcus, I didn't mean. No, Emma. You're right. This isn't working. I walked into our bedroom and pulled up my email on my phone. Typed a message to my boss. I'll take the Singapore position. Can start in 2 weeks. Emma followed me in. What are you doing? I'm frustrated. Marcus, come on. I'm accepting a job offer. Assent. You should probably stay at your parents' place tonight. Or at Daniel's. Up to you. Are you seriously breaking up with me over this? You just told me we're not right for each other. I'm agreeing with you. And then she started crying. But these weren't sad tears. These were furious tears. You're being absolutely absurd. It's just friendship, Marcus. Friends, type cool. Be friends. I'll be in Singapore. She grabbed her bag, face red, shaking. You'll regret this. You're throwing away 3 years. She stormed out. 20 minutes later, my phone started blowing up. Babe, let's talk. You can't end 3 years like this. I'll stop seeing Daniel if it bothers you that much. Marcus, this is so childish. Call me back. I didn't reply. I started packing boxes. The next week was absolutely eye-opening. Emma went straight to Daniel's place after our breakup. I know because she posted an Instagram story from his couch at 2 a.m., holding a coffee mug captioned, "When life throws curveballs." Her friend Tara texted me. "Did you guys really break up?" Emma's devastated. Emma suggested it. She told everyone you'd never actually leave because you're too attached to your sister. My sister lives in California. I see her once a year. While Emma was busy rewriting history, I was handling business. Gave my 2 weeks notice. Arranged for movers. Found someone to take over my apartment lease. The company handled everything else. Flights, temporary housing, work visa. It was happening. Emma tried to come by the apartment while I was packing. I'd already changed the locks. She wasn't actually on the lease, just stayed over so much she basically lived there. She pounded on the door. "Marcus, I know you're in there. We need to talk." I texted her. "Your stuff is boxed up by the door. Please take it." "I'm not taking it because I'm not leaving. This is crazy. Lease is in my name. You never officially moved in. You kept your parents' address for mail, remember?" That was her little tax evasion trick. Claiming she lived at home so she wouldn't have to pay city taxes. Funny how that backfired. She left, but not before telling everyone we knew that I was having a midlife crisis and abandoning everything for money. Then my buddy Jake dropped the real bomb. Jake works at the same gym as Daniel. Overheard him on the phone in the locker room. "Yeah, she's basically single now. Her boyfriend's freaking out." "No, babe, I told you Emma and I are just friends." "Yes, I'm still coming to your cousin's party this weekend." Turns out Daniel has a girlfriend. Her name's Sophia. She lives 2 hours away and visits every other weekend. Specifically, the weekends when Emma told me she had family commitments and couldn't see Daniel. They'd orchestrated their entire affair around Sophia's visiting schedule. Jake sent me screenshots from Daniel's gym group chat from 2 months prior. "Guys, this girl I'm seeing is Wildy. Her boyfriend thinks we're doing poetry club." "Poetry club! Who falls for that?" I forwarded the screenshots to Emma with one word: curious. She called 15 times. I was busy booking my one-way flight to Singapore. My flight was scheduled for Saturday at 4 p.m. The same day Emma had poetry club for 3 months straight. That morning she showed up at my apartment. But she didn't come alone. She brought her mother Karen and her brother Luke. Full intervention mode. "Marcus, honey." Karen started, voice dripping with fake concern. "Emma told us about your mental health spiral." "What spiral?" "Uprooting your entire life to move across the world. It's clearly a cry for help. It's a 70% raise and a director-level position." Luke jumped in. "What about Emma? You can't just abandon her like this. She ended the relationship." "I'm honoring her decision." "She didn't mean it literally." Emma snapped. "Then maybe don't make ultimatums you don't mean." Karen tried another angle. "What about this apartment? Emma's been living here?" "No. She's been staying over. Her mail goes to your house. She's not on any bills or the lease. Legally she's a guest." "You're really going to abandon her over one friendship?" Luke demanded. I pulled out my phone and showed them the screenshots from Daniel's group chat. The room went completely silent. Karen went pale. Is this real?" Emma's face turned bright red. "It's out of context." "What context makes her boyfriend thinks we're doing poetry club okay?" They left shortly after. Emma called me manipulative for snooping through Daniel's private messages. I didn't snoop. Jake shared them because he thought I deserved to know the truth. At 1 p.m. I posted a photo on social media. Just me with my luggage, caption: "New chapter starts now. Singapore bound." The comments came flooding in wet. "Dude, when did this happen? Is this why Emma's been sobbing all over her stories?" At 3:30 p.m., while I was heading to the airport, Emma texted, "What are your weekend plans? Can we talk?" I sent her a selfie from the departure gate. Singapore flight information visible on the board behind me. Her reply: "This isn't funny, Marcus. Not trying to be. Boarding in 10 minutes. You're really leaving. You really thought I'd stay after you chose your ex over us?" "I didn't choose him. Every weekend for 3 months says different. I'm coming to the airport right now. I'm through security. Goodbye, Emma." I turned off my phone and enjoyed my flight. Singapore is incredible. The company apartment has floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the entire city skyline. 5-minute walk to the office. My new team is sharp and motivated. For the first time in years I'm actually excited about work. But the drama followed me across the world. Emma went nuclear online. Posted this long rant about how I ditched her without warning. Refused to work on our relationship, and chose a paycheck over love. The comments weren't kind. Didn't YU dump him? Girl. You were at Daniel's every weekend. Team Marcus all the way. She deleted it within an hour. Then Sophia, Daniel's girlfriend, messaged me. Hey, I'm Daniel's girlfriend. Or I was. Saw your ex's posts about you moving to Singapore. Daniel told me she was obsessed with him and that nothing was happening. That's not true, is it? I sent her everything. The poetry club lies. The group chat screenshots. The timeline of their meetups. She was devastated but grateful. Then she forwarded me texts from Daniel. Emma's just lonely because her boyfriend's always working. She needs a friend. She's cute but nothing like you, babe. Her boyfriend's a nobody, probably makes 50k in tech. I made 70k before, now I make 120k. Nice try, Daniel. Sophia dumped him publicly. Posted all the screenshots with hashtags like Pet Poetry Club fail and Pay Cheater exposed. Daniel called me from 3 different numbers. Bro, control your girl. She's ruining my reputation. Not my girl. Not my problem.
This is between me and Emma.
You had no right. You slept with my girlfriend every weekend. Handle your mess. He blamed Emma for seducing him. Emma blamed Daniel for manipulating her. They're perfect for each other. Here's the beautiful final twist: Emma's tax dodge. Someone reported her to the state revenue office. Possibly Sophia, who, plot twist, works in state revenue. Emma owed 3 years of back taxes, penalties and interest. About 20,000. Her parents had to bail her out and made her move back home for real this time. Last I heard, Emma's dating her yoga instructor and posting about finding your soulmate when you're healing. Daniel's still trying to rebuild his reputation. Me. I just got another raise. I'm dating someone amazing named Claire who thinks the whole poetry club story is hilarious. And I've never been happier. To everyone asking if I regret leaving, I'm earning nearly double. Living in an incredible city, dating someone who actually values me, and I passed up this opportunity TBYC for someone who was cheating on me. My only regret? Not taking the job the first time. So that's the story. Sometimes the trash takes itself out, and sometimes you need to take yourself out of the trash. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. We post crazy Reddit stories just like this one every single day. Drop a comment letting me know, would YOU have stayed and tried to work it out, or would you have taken the Singapore job? I want to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching Reddit Family Stories. I'll see you in the next one.